everybody. My name is Darcy Wing. Like I said, I'm Region 1 Director for MAPE, and I sit on the DA Planning Task Force. And Operations Director Mackey has asked me to do this presentation on how to write a resolution. So we'll go ahead and get started. And then we have Kay might be able to answer some questions at the end too, because she's written resolutions and I have not. So we have how to write a resolution. Let me get started. First of all, what is a resolution? A resolution is a formal request to change the Constitution, election rule, policy, or bylaw. It's considered by the Delegates Assembly, and it's a democratic way to improve our union. Who can submit a resolution? Local and statewide executive committees, locals, statewide standing committees identified by the bylaws, board of directors, board of trustees, and any two or more members. Who can write a resolution? A resolution writers may call upon members of the Constant Rules Committee for advice, but creating a resolution is the responsibility of the writer. How do I format a resolution? Resolutions must be on a template provided by MAPE on the website. And it's kind of hard to see, but you can see what it looks like. And it's under Delegates Assembly Resources, titled Delegates Assembly Template. You enter your name of your resolution. You explain your resolution, begin with whereas, provide a brief background of the subject or situation, define specific problems being addressed, explain your recommendation, identify any cost implications, assign accountability for implementation status reports if needed, assign where the change would occur or be implemented, and then resolved, insert your resolution. Enter a list of members or the committee, local, etc., that are proposing this resolution and the date that the language was approved by the group. After the resolution is written, it can be reviewed and recommended by others as well. If there's time before the due date, they can also be listed here. Include the lead member's contact name, email, and phone number. Complete what has been amended and resulting language in the boxes only if the resolution edits exist in text. Otherwise, these boxes can be deleted. Note, underscoring denotes the words inserted, and a strike through denotes the wording that's going to be deleted. Please change the format in Word instead of using track changes to make sure the changes are visible when it's viewed and sent to delegates to consider. How do I submit a resolution? Resolutions can be submitted beginning January 1st of each year. Check the MAPE website for the deadline. The resolutions can be submitted directly to the Constitution and Rules Committee at the email listed on the slide. What happens after I submit the resolution? The Constitution and Rules Committee will acknowledge by email receipt of the resolution. The email will include information about resolution forms. Resolution form dates will be posted on the website at Delegates Assembly page after they are set by the committee. Your resolution will stand a better chance of being passed if an informed delegate will speak in favor of it and are able to explain it. Time permitting, the Constitution and Rules Committee may contact the resolution submitter to request clarifying changes being made to a resolution, but the final wording will be that of the submitter. How are the members informed about the proposed resolutions? The Constitution and Rules Committee provides resolutions by 30 days prior to Delegates Assembly and are then available on the MAPE website. A resolution forums are held. As the author, you should attend so you can speak for your resolution. How is my resolution heard at DA? Delegates Assembly uses Robert's Rules of Order. A motion is made to speak on your resolution. You'll then be given 2 minutes to speak to your proposed resolution. The DA will hear up to 3 members speaking against the resolution and up to 2 more members speaking for the resolutions. Speakers will alternate those speaking against and for the motion. Delegates can propose amendments to the resolution. Members will have an opportunity to speak for or against the amendment. The amendment is then voted on. How is a resolution heard at DA continued? If no amendments to the resolution, the resolution is voted on. The motion will either pass or fail with a majority of votes most of the time. It takes 2/3 of a vote to make changes to the Constitution. What if my resolution passes? The board will work to implement all the resolutions that passed. What if it fails? You can always revise and resubmit again the following year to take into consideration feedback of why people did not support your resolution. Thank you. We really appreciate you being part of the MAPE and active role in a MAPE Shape Your Union. If you have questions, you can reach out to the Constitution and Rules Committee or any of your local leaders. I can take any questions that anybody has now, if anybody has any.
I have a question. Hi, Darcy. It's
Sure.
Alexis.
Hi.
So my resolution, I've got like the first page done. It's just the question of wording that is going to be amended or added. And part of the issue is that my resolution is establishing a temporary working group. And so I'm looking at bylaws going, well, is there language even in the bylaws to make this sort of suggestion? Is this something that I should probably put forward to Constitution and Rules for them to take a look at?
I'm not even sure that you would need, well, no, because we've done it in the past. Like we've done the subgroup for, what's the subgroup we have now for accessibility? So that has come to DA before, so that is possible for you to do that. If you have specific questions in regards to the language, I haven't seen anything in the bylaws, I don't think, in regards to that, but you can check with them and they'll be able to help you.
Okay.
Any other questions?
Darcy, I see Tanya in the chat is asking, can we get a copy of the PowerPoint?
I don't see why not. This will also be posted on the YouTube channel.
Yeah, so the recording of this video today is on the YouTube channel, and a copy of this PowerPoint presentation is on the DA page on the MAPE website too. So you can access just the PowerPoint if you want.
And it should be on the website underneath the DA planning section.
Tanya's second question is it both the bylaws and the Constitution of MAPE that can be amended?
I will pull that back up and share my screen. Sorry, I can't get my share screen button. I have to move my computer. I'm trying to get it full screen again. There we go. So it's a formal request to change Constitution, election rules, policy, or bylaws. So it's all 4 of those. Oh, now I can see the chat. Okay, so PowerPoint.
say, Darcy, there was a question in the chat about if, AFSCME's and MAPE's language is fairly similar because we, were AFSCME at one point a long time ago before anybody was born here. There was a question, if something in our contract or not our contract, but our constitution, et cetera, changes, does it change AFSCME's? And the short answer is no, this is ours. But that was a question and I misspoke and said no when I meant yes the first time around. So I just want to not create any more confusion.
Yeah, so AFSCME, because it's an international union, they go by different rules and different, and they have different councils and everything. So theirs is completely different versus ours. Then she asks, but can you write a resolution for your union if you do not belong to it, right? I think you have to be a full paying member in order to do that.
I think so, because you're going to need somebody to speak to it at DA. And it doesn't have to be you if you're not a delegate or an alternate, but you're going to need somebody to speak to it. So you're going to want to get 2 members to put it forward.
I can't see the chat. Is there anything else in there?
Not right now.
Okay.
Darcy, this could be one of the shortest presentations on how to write a resolution ever, because we started
I know, right?
a little bit before like 12:04, 12:05, and 15 minutes later, and here we are.
I told you I could get it done fast. All right, if nobody else has any questions, you can feel free to email me, or I saw my chat move, but I can't see it. Or you can email Constitution and Rules Committee, and we'll do our best to help you.
One more question from the chat, Darcy.
Sure.
On writes, what's the difference between Constitution, policy, and bylaws?
Oh, goodness. I don't even know if I know what that is. So the Constitution is is our full, like the Constitution of the United States. Those are basically what we are governed by. Policies is policies that we file, and bylaws are like amendments to the Constitution, is my understanding.
Yeah, I would jump in and add that you can think of them like layers, right? Because the Constitution frames the whole organization of MAPE, and then the bylaws help define that some more. And then policies are set by the board for when we're actually implementing some things. So it's like 3 layers of documents. If you navigate over to the MAPE website and look under our governing documents, you'll be able to see the Constitution, the bylaws, and our policies all listed there under our governing documents.
And I would say that they go in that order too. So the highest document is your Constitution, and then you have your bylaws, and then the bylaws or the policies help shape the bylaws, or the rules that we have to follow in regards to the bylaws.
Right, and then each one of those has different requirements for changing it. Like it takes 2/3 of a vote at the delegate assembly to change the Constitution. I think it's only 50% plus 1 for the bylaws, and the board of directors can change bylaws as well, but not the Constitution. So it's a more important document for us. So it requires more input from all of us as members before we can change it.
Mm-hmm.
And
we can also make change to policy too.
Correct. Yep. Then you throw in the election rules, and those are only changeable by the delegate assembly. So as an independent union, we've created an interesting set of governing documents. I don't see any more questions. Darcy, do you want to wrap it up for today?
Yeah, so thank you everybody for coming. I really appreciate it. And good luck writing your resolutions and thank you for participating. We really appreciate it. Have a good day.
Thank you.